them, if you have it, bring it on the field with you. Because there's other referees going there ahead of time and taking your game away. Just show it to them. Okay? All right, Neil, I got another. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Oh, what?
We have a Mr. George Znajsek. He's the arbitrator for the Long Island Saga Football League. You have to say something about it.
I hate to repeat what Boris is saying, but I get this every week. I get everybody's report. And there's more than a handful of guys that do not, I say that again, do not send supplementaries for the cards that they give. And it's ridiculous. I get, like Boris says, I get 7 or 8 yellow cards for unsporting behavior. And that's all it said. It doesn't say anything about what they did to get that card for unsporting behavior. I'll start off easy. You fill out the form. Fill out the top correctly. It tells you on here, scheduled time, actual kickoff time. Sometimes I see it's a half hour late or 45 minutes late. There's no explanation why. I have to know that because the teams will be fined. If it's one team that causes the problem, I fine them. If it's both teams, I split the fine. Sometimes it's a problem because there was a game on the field before. Can I have a little quiet, please? The other thing, it tells here, did you receive the passes? Were they late? Were they not late? All this has to be filled in. I get reports, they're blank. The next thing, put your name on it. Print it so I can read it. Some of you guys scribble worse than doctors. I have to call Nino and I say, who did you send this game to? And he's got to look it up. That's a lot of stuff. You figure how many games I get. And I have to call Nino 3 or 4 times. Nino, who's this guy? Who did it? I don't have a phone number. If I have a question, I can call you. It saves me time. It works better for you too. I want to work with all you people. I don't want to be telling Nino, this guy did that, that guy did this. On the roster, check off the names of the players that are there. You don't do that, everybody. And then I'm finding a team that says, well, the name is on the roster, but he didn't sign it. Then I'm checking him off. I'm finding him. And the guy says, well, he wasn't there. And I said, well, I don't know. The referee didn't check it off. I just have to assume he was there. Check off who is there. The other thing, when you issue a card, the number that you put down is the number that's above the player's picture, not the red number that's on the card. Half a dozen of you people do not fill out that correctly. Maybe more than half a dozen. You must write the supplementary on any red card or yellow card. Please, write a supplementary. I'm getting too many yellow cards with no explanation. And like Boris says, I get UB, I get simulation. What the hell is a simulation? You know, I got to go back to the rule book and start looking up. Did I miss something in the rule book? I've been refereeing for 30 years, and I don't know half of the stuff that you guys put down there because you don't know what you put down there. You scribble something in because it says, when I do get a supplementary, I get something scribbled there, and I go, what the heck is this? I can't make it out. So I have to suppose, and what is? If I have your number, I can call you. It's happened a couple of times. I've called the officials, and he says, well, I did this or did that. That's great. Mystery solved. I can check off that report. I can find the team. I can punish the player. On your fee, at the bottom of the report, it says there, I received. Put down what you received. If it's already written in, check it off. Because if somebody comes to me or comes to the league and says, hey, I didn't get paid, forget it. You're going to have to fight to get your money then because you didn't mark on here whether you got paid or you didn't get paid. Get your money before the game. Don't wait until the end of the game. There's 1,000 reasons why somebody with the money will leave. And then you're left there holding your hand like this. Where's my money? The rule is, and the state and the league will tell you, collect your money before the game. There's nothing wrong with that. You can go up there, coach, you're the home coach, you're paying me here, whatever the fee is. When you fill out your report, write it down. I received the $70, okay, or the $80. Put the date on, and your name and phone number. And the other thing you mentioned before, if you give out a card, a yellow card, okay, and I got home, and I was too quick with that. Put that in your supplementary. I gave out a yellow card I really shouldn't have, you know. Okay, I'll take care of that. The red card, the same thing. Don't ever, I don't know how anybody can ever give back a red card. And then write it in the report. So I don't even have to argue with him that why did you get, he writes down he gave back the red card. Don't do that. If you made a mistake or you felt that you were too quick, tell me. I make the decision on who stays out of the game and for how long. The same thing. If you get a guy that starts cursing at you, write down exactly what he said. Word for word if you can remember it. Don't just put down foul language. Well, what's foul language? Something to me could be foul, and to the other guy, that's the way he talks. Some Irish guys talk with four-letter words. But if he's directing at you, write it down. That's ammunition for me to go after them. And maybe a difference of 1 game, 4 games, 6 games, 6 games at a $25 fine or a $100 fine. We fine the hell out of the teams. But I need your support that way. Write it down. The problem, I think, and I'm going to say this, when Bruce was running the league, the Long Island Soccer Football League, he was doing 99% of the arbitration. The only time I got a call was when he didn't know what to do. And what happened, I think too many of you guys got lazy. Oh, I don't have to write a supplementary because Bruce never questioned anything I did. I'm questioning every report. I look at every report for everything to be filled out. They make these forms easy for you. Fill them out. And the other thing, send the white copy, not the yellow copy. I get a yellow copy, I can't read it. I can show you reports here. When they fax it to me, I can't read it. Then I have to drive into the office and get to find out who the heck it was. And it's a lot of the referees that have been here for years. I won't name the guys, but I know them. And they know better. I'm just putting it down. They're getting old and getting lazy of writing. Record, I told you, record your fee. And if you have any questions on it, ask me now. Otherwise, you may get a phone call from me sometime when you do a report. Oh, one other thing. We had an official here. A young guy did a great game. The coach didn't like it. The coach gave him some abuse. He abused him even more. He followed him to his car and gave him abuse. I got the report. I called him. He mentioned a couple other things. He said, I said, did he do anything that you forgot to write in the report? Well, yeah, he bumped into me, you know, he pushed me a little bit. I said, why didn't you write that down? He said, well, I wrote so much, I put down so much already, I didn't think that was necessary. I said, baloney. So that particular guy, that coach, got 3 months suspension, plus a $100 fine. He's caught not to do anything involved with the team for 3 months. So guys, I will work with you. Don't be afraid to write down what they tell you. Word for word. Okay? Some of you people maybe that don't know the English language, you know curse words. You know the English curse words. Write them down. Not foul language or language inappropriate. Foul language is going to be a 4-letter word more than likely. And if it's directed at you, that's when he's going to get hit heavily. If he says something to you walking away under his breath, put that down too, because then he's frustrated more probably with himself than he is with you. But people, I want to work with you. I want to be fair with all the officials. So give me some ammunition both ways, okay? Thank you.
Please, the youth assign us.
Okay, gentlemen, short and sweet. I don't have too much to say, but a couple of points I want to make. I hope you can hear me. The first thing is, every Monday morning, if you want a game the following weekend, send me an email with your availability, please. And that goes also for the adult games, because we get too many phone calls at home, at our house, since Nino's been helping doing the adult games. I appreciate it if you email your availability for both the men's games and the youth games, okay? And this way, when the games have to be assigned, Nino can look at the list and he'll know who's available and he can assign that way. When you are calling the house, however, please do me a favor and identify yourselves.